Hmm. And yesterday, I couldn't fall asleep till 1 a.m. again. This is fucked. It's like 1 a.m. and I cannot fall asleep. Like, my mind is racing and I'm constantly overthinking. It might also be the caffeine. I feel like the caffeine could definitely also be the issue. It's probably the caffeine. So, yeah, I feel like I need to start thinking about how much caffeine do I consume. And I mean, for now, I don't feel like I can afford getting rid of it and not really drinking it, but I feel like before like the heavy part of the diet, I most probably would need to try because, yeah, like I sometimes get a little bit wacky, especially during the night time, which is not great. Well, tomorrow's Friday. That's good. That means we will be eating Domino's, which is something that I'm once again really looking forward to. And then on Monday, I have multiple procedures. I decided that I'm going to try Botox, which is something I've never done before. And from the pictures I saw online, it looks like it evens out your face quite well because I have this thing where I wrinkle up my forehead quite a lot, especially when I think or when I'm stressed. So I want to try it out. The effect is only going to last for like a couple of months, like 3 to 4 months. So I'll try it once and I'll decide if there is something I want to try going forward or if it's not worth the money. Because it's still going to be like $600-700 per visit. So like it needs to be good. It needs to look really visually appealing for me to actually want to invest this money into this like every couple of months. And yeah, it is once again time for me to get up and time for me to go to the office. So I'll get up, I'll get ready, and then I'll talk to you guys in a little bit.
Today was rough. I was basically sitting in the office with zero energy, trying to get some work done, and it's just like rough because it's almost like you're slower at thinking, so it just generally takes more time to do stuff. And then also, you have this constant overwhelming feeling that you're just like starving and that you need to get something inside of you, like food wise, obviously food wise. But yeah, it's basically like you're just sitting there and you're like constantly thinking about food, and you really have to force yourself to do like anything work related. However, the one thing that this does that I've noticed recently, and this one thing that is kind of like a little bit helpful, is like when you're hungry, you become a little bit more grumpy and you're a little bit less worried about stuff and you don't really give a shit what is it that's going to happen. And that kind of makes you a little bit more confident because like now I can kind of speak a little bit more confidently. I also give it a little bit more time before I say something. And if I need to think in the middle of a sentence, I am going to think, and I'm not going to be worried about like sounding stupid or not saying something properly. So that does help a little bit. You become a little bit more bold when you're hungry because you're just in this constant survival mode, I would say. So there are some interesting aspects to this, but there are also a lot of not that good aspects to this. So like you obviously constantly being hungry and you having zero energy is not a cool thing. And also on top of that, I said that I'm not going to consume as much caffeine, or that I'll at least try to not consume as much caffeine. And yeah, no, I've drank a lot of caffeine today. I've probably drank even more caffeine than I did yesterday. So let's see if I'm going to be able to sleep tonight. However, the one thing that I did decide is from next week, I'm probably going to like create a ultra miserable week for me next week and just going to come off of caffeine, going to diet, and I'm going to kind of like reset everything. So yeah, it's going to be absolutely miserable. But then again, I'm not going to go to work on Monday because I have to go get these like procedures done. So I'll probably try to use the Sunday and Monday to just kind of like come off of caffeine to have my post caffeine headache. And then hopefully I can kind of power through the next week. I'll probably do a little bit less when it comes to like working out. Maybe I'll skip a few workouts. Maybe I'll not do 6 workouts as I normally do, but maybe I'll do just like 4 or 5. And yeah, I'll try to like kind of power through next week without caffeine while still keeping the diet and while keeping everything else in check. So let's see how that's going to go. But yeah, anyways, today I've finished my day at the office, so I'll be heading to the gym now. So I will talk to you guys once I'm done with the gym. See ya. Today I started thinking a little bit more about why is it that I even make these videos, and just generally about like my path towards like making these videos and like what is the logic in me doing so. And I feel like at this point it doesn't really matter if anyone sees the videos or not, because like I honestly used to be like ashamed of filming these videos in my own apartment just because I would be afraid that somebody's going to hear me, that somebody's maybe going to see me, and that just generally like is going to bring shame to me. And like imagine how brain fucked do you have to be afraid of doing something in your own fucking apartment. So I feel like even if nobody like ever sees this shit, it's like it's just practice, and it's just like a good thing to do, and it teaches you how to like speak properly in front of a camera. And on top of that, it helps you with like actually taking your time and thinking what is it that you actually want to say. So like for me it's just like a confidence building thing. And also like on top of it, like okay, so what could potentially happen from me making these videos? Like one thing that I know for a fact is going to happen if I'm going to make these videos is eventually I'm going to die. And that's like a 100% certainty. Like no way around that. That's a fact. So like, okay, I'll be making these videos, and worst case scenario, I die. Nothing happens. Nobody ever sees them. It's over. Best case scenario, maybe I'll learn something. I'm also doing something that I actually enjoy because I do enjoy making these videos, and then I'll die anyways. So like, why does it matter? Like, just do the thing that you want to do. Just enjoy your life. Just try to build something constructive, because like also for me building these like videos and filming these things is kind of like a little hobby and like a little project that is actually kind of cool because it gives me like structure, and it gives structure to my day. So like I'm actually enjoying it even if nobody ever sees them, so I can just keep on doing this. Plus, as you do them more and more, you gradually become a little bit better at making them. So for an example, like the first couple of videos were like actually quite difficult to make because I'm just not used to like filming everything that I do on a daily basis, and I'm not necessarily super excited about me doing the first thing in the morning instead of getting up, just like starting to film myself. So like I wasn't super excited about having a camera in my face as soon as I wake up every single morning. But now I'm already kind of used to it. I just switch on the camera, I yap a little bit, I switch off the camera, and I start my day. So like I don't know, I feel like this is like a great experience to do, and I feel like the moral of the story is just like if you have something that you really actually want to do, then just do it. Like, why the fuck do you care what is it that other people think? Like, why the fuck do you care what is it that like fucking strangers that have nothing to do with your life have to say about it? So just like do it, just enjoy yourself. But yeah, well, basically today is over. Today was actually a little bit rough when it comes to the day at the office. I actually did not have fun at the office today at all, and the time was dragging by so slowly. And like I would just be like walking around like half dead, like a zombie, just like thinking about food constantly. So the office day wasn't great. But then afterwards, the workout was actually quite decent. Like the workout was not bad by any means. And I mean, it wasn't as good as it could be if I would be full of food, but it was okay. I had fun. I got a nice pump, and like the workout generally felt quite good. So I don't know, it's like ups and downs. Like I feel like if a man can never feel how is it to be like on a menstruation cycle, like if a guy can never feel what is it that a woman feels when she's on her period, I feel like he needs to like try heavy dieting, because like my mood has been like all over the place, because like I have my ups, I have my downs, and it's not even like separated day by day. You can have them like both, or even like several of them like several times during like one day. So it is an interesting experience. I've forgotten how is it to like actually properly diet, because like I wasn't really doing this for a while, and I haven't done this to this kind of an extent for actually a very long period of time. So it is an interesting experience. It's something to get used to. Anyways, I have already finished my dinner. I have finished my workouts and stretching and everything that I needed to do. So I guess I'll just be watching a little bit of TV now, and then I'll be going to bed. So I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.